Hello. My name is Tim Cleaver. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're listening to a song called Real Death by Mount Eerie, I believe. So I've never listened to Mount Eerie before. I've heard things about them. I've read things on Reddit. How they're one of the saddest bands or saddest sounding bands. Because I like to browse like the music subreddits. And yeah, this band and this album in particular often comes up when people are looking for, like, what's the saddest music you know? Mount Eerie. So apparently this album, I think, is a solo album by a guy. I'm going to research it in a bit, but it was apparently, from memory here, what I'm remembering reading on Reddit is that his wife passed away quickly from cancer, and then he wrote and recorded this album as a reaction to that. So I'm guessing so I'm predicting that it's filled with sorrow and just it's gonna be a tearjerker. Here, I want to look up some Mount Eerie. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Here's the Wikipedia article of Mount Eerie. It's the musical project of American singer, or not singer, but songwriter and producer Phil Elverum. Elverum, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Also of the Microphones, which is a cool band name, is the principal member of the band, but has collaborated with many other musicians on his records and in live performances. Most of Mount Eerie's releases have been issued on Elverum's label P.W. Elverum and Son, S.U.N. Limited, and feature highly detailed packaging with his own artwork. That's really cool. So it really is like a one-man DIY project. History. Following the release of the Microphones' Mount Eerie album, I think this album is Night Palace. Elverum, what's his first name again? Phil. Okay, cool. Elverum announced that he would no longer use the Microphones moniker, opting instead to record under the name Mount Eerie, after the area in Anacortes, Washington, called Mount Eerie. That's a cool name. Anacortes. In an interview with CITR-FM's Direct Discorder in September 2003, Elverum gave his reasons for his change. Mount Eerie is a new project. The Microphones was completed, or at least at a good stopping point. I did it because I am ready for new things. I am new. Around this time, Elverum also changed the spelling of his own surname, previously Elverum, without the extra E between the V and the R. Okay, so let's check out this album, Night Palace. Discography. I think it's called Night Palace, right? Clear Moon, maybe it was called? No. God damn, what's the name of this album? Oh, there it is. A crow looked at me. Okay. Look at me right in the face right there. Yeah, that doesn't really stick out. Well, I guess it does, but I missed it. A Crow Looked at Me is the 8th studio album by Mount Eerie, solo project of the American musician Phil Elverum, released in 2017, so like within the last 5 years. It was composed in the aftermath of his 35-year-old wife, Genevieve Castre's diagnosis with pancreatic cancer in 2015, and her death in July 2016. Oh, man. That sucks. Like a year since diagnosis. Man. Cancer can fuck right off. Elverum wrote and recorded the songs over a 6-week period in the room where she died, mostly using her instruments. Oh my god. That's inspiring. His sparse lyrics and minimalistic musical accompaniment drew influence from a broad range of artists, including the poet Gary Snyder, author Carl Ove Knausgaard, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and singer-songwriter Julie Doiron. Characterized by lo-fi production and loose instrumentation, A Crow Looked at Me departs from Elverum's earlier and more complex experimental works, but is musically similar to his album Lost Wisdom from 2018. All right, cool. Okay, I could read the entire Wikipedia article, but I'm not going to. Yes, that was a good intro. I like that. Thorough. This is a fresh listen. This is Mount Eerie. Real Death.
Death is real. there and then they're not, and it's not for singing about. It's not.
Right off the bat, the lyrics strike me as very to the point, like not fucking around, very direct. And production-wise, it's very minimalist within the first 11 seconds from what I've heard, but very present. Like I could picture like a very intimate recording environment, and very sad, of course, because what his wife died in that room, and is using the very instruments she played as well. My God.
Not for making into art. When real death enters the house, all poetry is dumb. When I walk in to the room where you were and look into the end.
Man, oh man. It sounds very lullabyistic. Is that a description? Like a lullaby, like very gentle, and like it. I'm gonna say it's putting me to sleep, but like in a good way. You know what I mean? Like it's damn catchy, but tragic subject matter wise song, and like it's just his delivery and his like calmness and sadness, just like defeatedness. Like, fuck, my wife just died. My wife, my best friend, my lover, my compadre, my partner, my everything. Man, this shit's heavy. Mount Eerie, real death.
Instead, all fails. My knees fail.
Lots of interesting instrumentation, like unique sounds. Maybe it's not as sparse as I was expecting. I think I was expecting just like voice and guitar, like an old blues record or something, or like that Bruce Springsteen album, Nebraska, I think. This is really good.
My brain fails. Words fail.
Is this the chorus? Sounds like the chorus.
Crusted with tears, catatonic and raw. I go downstairs and outside, and you still get mail.
Oh man. Shit. Yeah, like he goes outside, he exits the house where his wife died to try to just like not have to think about the loss for like just 30 seconds, and then he checks the day's mail, and sure enough, there's a letter for her. There's no escape. No, this is I can relate to this, even though I don't have a wife that died. I have a dad that died. He died 7 years ago now. And yeah, I still think about him. Maybe not every day now, but like for the first 5 or 6 years, but pretty much every day. It was real tough for like a year or two. So I can only imagine what like losing a wife must be like, or a husband or a partner or anything like that. I wonder if they had kids together as well. That's sad as well. Anyway, this is a really good song. Yeah, I'm digging this. Mount Eerie, real death.
A week after you died, a package.
Also, after the song is over, I'm gonna look up the lyrics and read along to the lyrics, just so I can like pay more attention to them, I guess, because I'm really paying attention to the instrumentation and trying to catch up the lyric, or not catch up, but just like trying to focus on the lyrics maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna read the lyrics after the song. Mount Eerie, real death.
With your name on it came in outside was a gift for our daughter you had ordered in secret and collapsed there on the front steps. I wailed.
Aw.
A backpack for when she goes to school a couple years from now. You were thinking ahead to a future you must have known deep down would not include you. Though you clawed at the cliff you were sliding down, swallowed into a silence that's bottomless and real.
Oh my god. Just that imagery, sliding down a cliff, like trying to claw, trying to fucking dig your fingers into the rock to like pull yourself up, but there's no escape. You're sliding down. Fuck.
It's dumb, and I don't want to learn anything from this. I love you.
So he doesn't want to learn anything from this. So that the first thing that came to mind is like the stages of grief. Like I'm no expert on the stages of grief, but I know I've heard that denial is one. And what do you say? I'm not ready for this? Let's go back a little bit.
I don't want to learn anything from this.
Yeah, I don't want to learn anything from this. So he's like not ready to accept it. I think, in my opinion. So I'm very much like in the early stages. Oh yeah, there's only okay. We went back a little bit. Let's keep going to the very end.
I love you.
I love you. Yeah, like what else can you say? I love you. I miss you. Holy shit. Ooh, man, oh man, that was heavy. This, if I do want to check out this album, I think it'd be maybe if I'm crying like this on fucking camera, or like if it's affecting me this much on camera, maybe like one song a day or something, not the full album in a day. But holy shit, that was made me think about like my dad, of course, and the pain that Philip here, Mount Eerie, must be going through for losing his wife. Yeah, going back to the instrumentation of the album, very minimalist and kind of were very interesting. Not just kinda, very interesting. Just like the classic instruments that paint a picture in your mind. Yeah, I'm gonna look up the lyrics to this song. All right, Mount Eerie, real death. Death is real. Someone's there and then they're not, and it's not for singing about. And I like that he states that very early on in the song. It's not for singing about. So what am I doing? And it's not for making it into art. When real death enters the house, all poetry is dumb. I like that one word, dumb. It's like he's so fucking pissed off and sad and just like no hope left. Like that's the best word to describe. All poetry's dumb. Like who's time for poetry when my wife just died? It's not like all poetry is irrelevant or void, but dumb. When I walk into the room where you were and look into the emptiness instead, all fails. My knees fail, my brain fails, words fail. Crusted with tears, I know that feeling. Catatonic and raw, I go downstairs and outside you still get mail. A week after you died, a package with your name on it came, and inside was a gift for our daughter. So they did have kids, at least one. You had ordered in secret and collapsed there on the front steps. I wailed. A backpack for when she goes to school a couple years from now. You were thinking ahead to a future you must have known. Deep down would not include you. Though you clawed at the cliff, you were sliding down, being swallowed into a silence that's bottomless and real. It's dumb, and I don't want to learn anything from this. I love you. Yeah, it's like he's definitely in the stage of like denial and just like, you can't be dead. There's no way. Like it's a bad dream. I'm gonna go to sleep and wake up tomorrow. You're gonna be alive and healthy. Fucking cathartic is real, man. Holy shit. Real death. Real death. Mount Eerie. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. That was really good. Wow. That was Mount Eerie, Real Death.